when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Let's go. Good evening, everyone. AAA family. Let's get this thing popped off the right way, baby. I switched my setup around, y'all. So if I'm looking down a lot, it's because we got the main frame action going on down here. So I hope y'all are ready for a good talk, man. Good talk tonight. Got some things to talk about, some things to catch up on. Hopefully everybody is having a great day. I had an awesome day. Unfortunately, on the way back from Tuscaloosa, my car had some car issues, y'all. So had to wait for shout out to my Lee Bay. She pulled up and came to say today, gotta go pick my car up tomorrow. Good thing it was nothing in that cup. And I'm glad to be here. So if I look a little tired, yes, I've had a long day, but we are here and we're here to talk Bama football spring coverage. We got Bama hoops, y'all. Reactions to last night's ladies lost to the Florida Gators, man. A tough loss, man. The Gators just seem a lot more prepared. We're going to get into that conversation. We got some Bama men's hoops coming up tomorrow. You all know, rivalry game against Auburn. Man, big game. Not going to make much change for how the tournament shapes out or what the regular season title looks like or even the NCAA tournament season. I think we're kind of set with possibly 13 teams from the SEC getting in, but it is something that you want on your resume, something to build on going into the postseason. So we're going to dive into that conversation tonight. So don't forget to drop a like, drop a share as you come in. What's up, everybody? What's up, Nate? What's up, Jordan? I see y'all, man. I see y'all having a little good time tonight. I see y'all, man. I see y'all. Let me make sure I got this. Okay, we got it. We got it set up right. Hopefully everybody having a good time tonight, man. I'm having a good time. I had a lot happen today. And let me know if the music's loud. It's kind of loud in my ears. I don't know how loud it is on the stream. We're trying to make sure our audio is straight. I have went away from StreamYard for this reason, man. We have so much less audio control, but it has the prompts, the banners, and everything. So when making clips and cuts, it makes it a lot easier. So as we just continue to advance the stage presence and everything of the network, I want y'all to continue to just help me adjust everything. What's good, family? What's good, everybody? I see everybody in the chat. We got 17 over there on Twitter. We got 13 on YouTube and 1 on Facebook. Everybody check in. Drop a reaction on the stream on each platform, wherever you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. I met 3 individuals. Oh, I forgot you guys' name. If you tap in tonight, please tap in and say, we saw you today, Coach Smook. It was weird. Well, it's not weird anymore. People asking for, a picture and all this stuff. So it was cool meeting those people. Dang, Adam, Jeremy and Adam was 2 of their names. So if y'all watching tonight, man, tap in, say what's up. Appreciate y'all for, it felt good to be recognized today. And then on top of that, man, we kind of got our direction for what Coach Smook Network is going to be able to provide as far as coverage, insight, interactions, what level our direction is as far as the brand and the network and what we're going to provide as far as supporting the Alabama Crimson Tide. So great day, great kickoff to a new season, a new chapter of the Coach Smook Network, everybody. Mary J, what's good? Good to see you as always. Y'all know my light stuff cannot talk. And let me know, man, am I too far away from the mic? I pushed it back a lot because I've been watching some of the clips and, man, I be loud and y'all don't be telling me I'm loud. So I was like, man, I gotta fix it. Jarrell, what's good, Brody? I ain't seen Jarrell in a minute. What's up, Jordan? My boy Jason is in the house. Eram the GOAT. What's good, family? Good to see you, man. Good to see everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for tapping in. Make sure once again, y'all like, share, and if you haven't already subscribed to the stream, share it to let somebody know that the Coach Smook Network is live. And we are about to get into some interactive segments. And hold up, y'all. I gotta upload something real quick. I am tripping pippin'. Y'all know we got a new we got a song of the year right now, a beat of the year. Yeah, we got to get that in there. Hold on, y'all. I gotta make sure we get that on there. All right, I'm gonna upload it from here. But as we get into the topics today, I want to get some of your reactions, all of your thoughts. We got some interviews. We're actually going to do live reactions to interviews right now. Let's get those on the screen for y'all. If you haven't seen them, these are the interviews, the player availability and coach availability for today. We had defensive coordinator Kane Womack. He was up first as far as staff availability. And he was just kind of, when I walked in, he was highlighting, someone had asked about, the freshmen, how they're coming along. And he was just talking about how eager they are to learn, how eager they are to continue to grow and be accountable for, what they have to do to help this team be successful. And, they're super athletic. Just, you will see in the interview, he was very, spoke highly of the freshman class. So let's get the music turned down a little bit. And then I'm going to screen that. Screen it. All right, here you go, chat. AAA family, Coach Kane Womack. Let's see what he had to say. I think this footage here was provided by, let me make sure I give a proper shout out for the sources, right? Bama Online. So if y'all want to make sure y'all want to go see the whole clip, if we don't watch the whole clip, go to Bama Online. They have all the interviews from today. I think they have all of them. I know they have the Tim Keenan and Coach Kane Womack for sure. But y'all go check it out if y'all if we don't watch the whole thing. But here it is right here.
Guys that could have entered the draft to come back. How big is that?
Yeah, that was probably, obviously we great job by our staff in recruiting the 25 class. But really, you talk about those older guys that made the decision to come back. I think that's, the best recruiting job of all. I think it also speaks to players believing in a culture, believing in what we're doing moving forward, and what we're
chat question. Is it lagging? Is it lagging for you all? Is it choppy? Let me know, because I'll switch it up over here. I could get it up over on this screen. As a matter of fact, let me do that because I feel like it's lagging. Wi-Fi is dropping packets right now. And tonight is not the night to do it because we got a couple people we're going to have be calling into the show, man. It's about to get real spicy on the Coach Smook Network tonight. In a good way. No need for pauses. About to get real spicy. Y'all know how we do, man. All right. Oh my goodness. And go here. All right, we had Kane Womack up.
we're doing moving forward and what we're able to accomplish. Even when things didn't go, as well at times last season, right? And certainly, there was more for us to be able to give. I think the players see the vision, the older guys in particular see the vision of where we're headed. And so awesome kind of stamp of approval on those guys. And then it just sets the tone for all these younger players. I mean, nowadays you would sign somebody in February and you'd have to wait till the summertime to get them here. You sign them and then they're here. And so they're able to kind of draw upon the experience of these older players. And that part's really helpful.
Who do you see emerging on the interior of that defensive line that we make a point?
Yeah, I think I think you saw some guys that started taking steps in the bowl game against Michigan. I thought, certainly, obviously, James Smith had a great game and is going to take a more central role for us moving forward. But guys, this spring that I'm noticing out there, Edric Hill's doing a really good job. Jeremiah Beeman's doing a really good job.
Hold on.
And
see, this is what if you didn't get the post practice report from the Coach Smook Network earlier, we had my brother, man, the journalist, columnist for The Athletic, covers the Crimson Tide, Kennington Lloyd Smith III. He joined us for our post-practice report, and he highlighted this about Kane Womack mentioning Edric Hill. And you all know that we had high hopes for Edric Hill coming into last year, knowing that Kane Womack has a system that uses D-line depth. He's going to go 8, 9 deep, with guys, if they're producing, if they're providing quality depth, keeping guys, right at that 25 to 30 rep mark, that's when you're going to have, that quality pass rush, man. When you could have guys fresh, so like later in the season when guys have to go 50 reps, maybe one game, you get that one-off game, they're not burnt out. There's still a lot of tread on the tire. And you got quality guys like Edric Hill that had to develop last year, get adjustment from coming into a 2-gap scheme, coming in thinking he's going to be holding up gaps and being able to overpower guys, clog stuff up. Now he's able to shoot gaps and use his athleticism. I think this is good, a good sign right here. Kane Womack pointing them out.
We're going to have some of those younger players to step up in a major role this year, and so it's going to be a tough challenge for them.
Do you feel like you have enough depth on the interior? Do you feel like you have enough depth on the interior?
I don't know if I ever feel like I have enough depth on the interior, but it's certainly an area that I think from a defensive standpoint, it's probably one of our biggest areas of depth concern. That development is the best recipe for that. But certainly we'll make sure we address those needs in any way we need to before the season.
This is probably more of a regular season question than a spring question, but when other teams got
hold up, time
what's the most important thing to get in that
falls
foul?
on the play, falls on the
You
play.
say like first and goal.
Time out. Falls on the play. Can we ask this question and answer it at the same time? Can we just ask this question and answer it at the same time? Like, I mean, I'm gonna leave it alone. We'll let it ride.
Well, from the one
Or any down and goal.
Yeah, so we talked. I mean, obviously, we've been really successful over the years in red zone defense, and I think, certainly we do some things schematically that I really like, but more than anything, I think it's the mentality that we build. We talk about having a situational philosophy and talking about it in red zone defense, and the biggest thing is the ability to hold the line. I think maybe I've told you guys this before, but we use a reference from the movie The Black Panther, and T'Challa in the movie says, "E Bombay." I looked that up, and it's an African Bantu word that means hold fast the line, and so I think our players, just getting them to buy.
Look at Coach being philosophical. I see you, Coach. Okay. What hold fast the line? That's what it mean. What it mean, Coach? Preach. You better preach.
T'Challa in the movie says, "E Bombay." I looked that up, and it's an African Bantu word that means hold fast the line. And so I think our players, just getting them to buy into something, because a lot of it is putting yourself in a mentality. I don't care if they just cram the ball down your throat for 85 yards or the offense turn the ball over and it's first and goal on the 5. It's a mentality that you have to find a way to get a stop there. I showed you guys this morning, great example of LSU. They break a big run against us. It's first and goal on the 5-yard line. We get off the field, we get a stop, we hold them to a field goal. They don't score a touchdown until a minute left in the game, right? So just that mentality, how important it is to have a never quit. It ain't over till it's over down there.
How would you assess the bandit position and just how Kelby fits into that group of returners?
Well, Kelby's doing both for us. So he's playing inside and outside, which is a lot to ask for a guy coming in new. But like some things that I see from him. He's growing and learning into the position, learning the defense, even fundamentally how we do things versus maybe where
That's
he was
good,
before. You see some differences there, but obviously from an over.
Kelby Collins coming in, even with Hillis Green coming in. These are scheme guys that fit schematically what you need for the 4-2-5 or the 3-4 nickel, right? These are the type of builds. When you look at their builds, Kelby Collins, I think he's 6'5", 260, 265. Then you got Hillis Green, he's like 245, 6'3", 245, playing inside linebacker, giving us the ability to stretch and play outside, can get in coverage and second and third phase coverage. I mean, y'all saw him put in work at Colorado. But then you got Kelby Collins who can play, you just heard Coach Womack say he can play the inside linebacker and the bandit position, right? So just the what they call it, not diversity. What's the is it diversity? What is it? The multiplicity usage of all of these players, just in the linebacker room / defensive line room. That's good confidence. Like going into how we saw how this scheme, this 4-2-5 style of defense, the aggressive style of play calling, we didn't necessarily end up with high sack numbers, but the pressures forced a lot of turnovers in the secondary. Our secondary benefited from our front being active, being able to secure the underneath umbrella coverage across the read and react coverage across the mid intermediates. That was effective when guys started clicking and started understanding that they didn't necessarily have to flow through traffic. They could pass things off into zones and let guys be accountable for areas and not just eat up space, but actually eat up guys in their zones, right? We saw that type of communication start to pick up towards the end of the season. And when you have transfers coming in and, seemingly fitting the mold, it's a definite confidence booster. Definitely a confidence booster. So let's get some more Kane Womack.
Overall position standpoint, I mean, LT Overton, Jordan Renaud, Keon Keeley's doing some really good things right now. So I'm excited about that unit.
It's rare we see a guy like Deshaun Lee so tall playing the cornerback position. What have you seen from him?
Yeah.
Is he going to stick at corner, you think, or is he kind of more of a safety?
Well, I mean, obviously time will tell, right? And bodies develop and all those things. He looks like a corner right now. He just looks like a really long ass corner, but he's got really good feet. He's got a maturity, reminds me a little bit of Zabian. I don't want to put too much pressure on him.
You guys
too early, but
guys,
he has
I promise you, I had not. We talked about this. I want to say yesterday. Did we talk about this yesterday, chat? Did I not just give Dijon Lee the same type of field? I said the same thing. I felt like he would have the same type of opportunity and space to create, a name for himself, just like Xavier Brown did last year. It's funny to hear that because there are no corners, starting corners, veteran corners that are out for the spring. Everybody's healthy. Damani Jackson, Cam Calhoun, Xavier Brown, Zay Mincy, Drake Kirkpatrick is in that room. Who else is in that secondary room, man? Who didn't leave? Cornerbacks. Lord Jesus, I'm missing somebody. Chuck McDonald will be coming in that room, but I'm talking about returning guys. Who am I missing, guys? Zay Mincy. He got moved to safety, but he's still playing some at corner. You got Cam Calhoun, Damani Jackson. Mbakwe got moved to receiver. You got Xavier Brown. Deshaun Lee's there. Who else? Come on, guys. But I made the same type of comparison. Drake Kirkpatrick, he's playing kind of rover, corner role, playing, floating in between. So we got a lot of guys in that room that seemingly are ready. And then this freshman comes in as a true freshman, early enrollee, and is already, showcasing not just the frame and the build to be a collegiate corner, but he's picking up, as the days are going, like he's getting better day by day. And when you could stack days early, that's positive and confidential to your coaches. That produces a confidence in them that they can put you in the game and put you in comfortable situations and you can make the right decisions more consistent, then you'll make the wrong decision, you know. And how many times are you going to be put in adverse situations as a corner in this scheme? Our corners in for the first time in a long time last year were more in position to make plays on ball last year, whether it was in the air or being in position to make, you know, secure tackles. And we didn't have as many 30-plus yarder, you know, breakaway plays as we did the previous years, right, towards the end of Saban's tenure. So I just want to highlight that Dijon Lee is getting that same type of feel. Raven Brown, we talked about this, and we're hearing it from the coaching staff themselves. So let's start this talk more football as things
demeanor
you know,
would
more
indicate that a
available
freshman could come in and contribute. And, you know, Mo does such a great job with just the discipline and detail of those guys in the position. I think he had a pick today, which was great, but he gave up a ball today as well. So those are the give and take of how will he respond to that as spring ball goes on.
What's the biggest point of emphasis in spring?
Oh,
Hold on. Before you say it and
see, that's what me and my boy was talking about today. That team reporter atmosphere, you got to be ready. Got to be ready. It get vicious out there. I'm telling y'all, get vicious. And you know it's about to be the end of the interview time. You counting them minutes, and then sometimes the coaches, they got long answers. They get long-winded like the preachers, you know. And Kane Womack talks like he's going to give you a quality answer. And he's always going to have like a punchline in there, you know. So back to it. We got it back up now.
Biggest point of emphasis for the defense this spring that you want them to accomplish during this period?
So a couple things. First off, we want to be able to create more negative plays, and that's hard to be able to see a little bit when the quarterback's not live. That's a good thing, but that we don't let our quarterbacks go live right now. But at the same time, I thought, you know, we took some great strides and had some really good numbers from an efficiency standpoint defensively, but we were not anywhere where we need to be in terms of creating negative plays. And so that's got to be a point of emphasis from a fundamental standpoint, schematically, and then just having an understanding of that. And then, you know, we're a vision coverage based team, and we were able to create a lot of takeaways. I think we finished fourth in the country, something like that, in takeaways this year, which was good. But I thought we left a lot of opportunities out there from a standpoint of our players being able to anticipate.
I thought Deshaun Jones hit the portal. He came back. Number 7, Deshaun Jones. He came back. I thought, King Mack hit the portal and went back home to Penn State. Deshaun Jones is in that cornerback room too, guys. Hey, my boy Elijah May came back. Oh, hey. Y'all better watch out for him. Oh, my goodness. I did not know Deshaun. That changes my whole dynamic of the cornerback room. It really just made me like I can't wait to see like the dime sets and like when teams go air raid, pass heavy, you know. I can't wait to see the different type of personnel matchups and different lineups we're going to see. I wouldn't be surprised if we see different lineups throughout the season where one game it might be Bray Hubbard and Keon Sabb at the top, and then another game it might be, you know, Sabb and Taylor, you know, Ivan Taylor or Sabb and Mincy starting at the top, and Hubbard playing down at the Husky or the you know, Rover closer to the line of scrimmage. And you got Jackson and Calhoun in the boundary. And you got Xavier Brown coming in and Dijon Lee splitting like dime corner reps. Like I could see so many different rotations. It's gonna be tough to see if guys are gonna stick it out and actually develop in this scheme, because like Coach Womack just said, the vision react coverage, the vision react type scheme, it puts DBs in position to just keep everything in front of them and drive on the ball. The pressures up front, the exotic pressures and stunts that you send up front are meant to cause arid type throws. And the coverage is supposed to be, you know, in position. Not necessarily always, you know, keeping everything underneath, but in position to make plays on the ball in there. That's what you want to do. You know, anywhere from 45 to 50% of the dropbacks that you know see against you. We'll say even 35%, 35 to 45% of the time. You can get pressures 45% of the time. A quarterback dropping back on the opposing offense's dropbacks. Your defense is doing some quality, getting some quality pressure in there. But yeah, that defensive, that cornerback room, just the cornerback, the DBs as a whole probably the most talented group. I know I was giving the D line, the offensive line the other night, a lot of credit being the most talented group in on the team. But right there, neck and neck with them, I would have to say, you know, the defensive backs. Look at, I mean, from top to bottom, we just naming all the defensive backs, corners, safety alike. You got Damani Jackson, Xavier Brown, Keon Sabb, Dejon Lee, Cam Howard, Deshaun Jones, Cam Calhoun, the transfer from Utah, who was being projected as an early second-round draft pick this season before declaring to come back and hit the portal. So this is a quality corner, another Damani Jackson style corner, and maybe a little bit more physical than Damani Jackson. Plays with a little bit more physicality. So Cam Calhoun in that room. Xavier Mincy, y'all saw him come on late last season, getting a lot of reps at safety. Where does he start to kind of just settle down at? Is he versatile enough to be a fit in both spots? No matter the scheme, you know, the flow of the game, right? Ivan Taylor, true freshman, very high on him. Red Morgan. Hey, there was a couple of plays today. A couple of clips that I have seen today. And then there was a conversation I had. And Red Morgan has really, that leap that we said we needed for him to make as far as the twitch, the speed reaction, you know, not losing leverage, not getting out of phase, you know, trusting the footwork, not being over physical and getting too grabby. Footwork looks nice. Never had a problem with Red Morgan's hands or physicality. It's always been the footwork, not trusting the footwork. And maybe not that stretch to field speed, but he's more of a more rangy in the box safety now. And that's exactly what we expected him to develop into, because now he gets into that Brian Branch, Malachi Moore, not Caleb Downs, guys that were kind of limited as far as third phase coverage. You know, get them in deep third, keep everything in front of them. They safe, but they're trying to decipher a robber technique. Maintain those two assignments at the same time. It gets confusing for those aggressive guys who feel and have run support. You know, their bread and butter is run support and their physicality. So a guy like Red Morgan, hearing that he's getting improving in that phase, that's awesome. You got Red Morgan in that room, the unsung hero last year who just filled in for the All-American Keon Sabb, Bray Hubbard stepping in, Drake Kirkpatrick Jr., physical. Y'all see how much Dre is weighing in at, right? 5'11", 200. That's an in the box safety right there. And I don't think he's done. I think by fall, Dre's frame, he looks like he might be a 210, 215 type, Ronnie Harrison type. You get Dre, I mean, put Dre at free. One high, keep him over top of everything, let him, I trust him there. Put him in the box. Don't let him make decisions though, not right now. Because he's just so instinctive, man. Put him in a spot and let him be an instinctive player. And that's what I think the Rover does in this scheme. And so I hope to see him working at the Rover, but I wouldn't be surprised to have him out there at corner. You know, Kane Womack loves his big corners. He might not be as tall, but 6'2" wingspan, 200 plus pounds. It's the mode. Y'all, I could talk Kane. I could talk about Kane Womack's interviews and defense all day, because we are so stacked with talent. You play with vision. They're based upon the quarterback's drop and where his eye progression goes. You've got to be able to react upon that, right? And play with anticipation as opposed to reaction. And we're not anywhere where we need to be yet.
Speaking of cornerbacks, what are you seeing from Cam Calhoun so far?
Really like Cam. You know, he has a maturity about him you can tell, this dude's been a seasoned player at a place that, has established itself as one of the great defenses year in and year out at Utah. So, it's not an easy task to get on the field with that program. And he was a starter. And so it was awesome to be able to gain that experience from him. But he's got a little, he's from Cincinnati. Cincinnati guys, if you've ever recruited that area, they got a little something to him, you know what I mean? And so he plays with a good energy, plays with a mindset of attacking the ball and brings some juice to our group. We're a relatively quiet secondary for the most part. So it's kind of nice to have another guy out there that plays up in people's face.
Speaking of Ohio guys, what have you seen of Justin Hill? Kind of his.
Yeah, Justin, another young guy that is just, he's got a maturity about him. I mean, some of these freshmen, it amazes me. I think about like, where was I in the headspace at 18 years old about my freshman year in college at the University of Arkansas? I wasn't anywhere close to what some of these guys are in terms of, athletically, obviously, but more so from a standpoint of just their mentality, you know what I mean? And these guys come with a mentality, they're ready to work, and you see it. I walk down the defensive staff room and there's freshmen in every single coach's office, and that's a testament to our coaches, but it's also a testament to those freshmen. Justin Hill's a great example of that.
Did y'all hear that drop? Did y'all hear something drop in the background? Y'all might hear it. Hold on, right here. Literally. Listen. Let me turn the music off. Hold on. This was my blooper of the day right here. Listen to this. Right after he gets done talking, just listen. Y'all gonna hear something drop.
Listen, that's a testament to our coaches, but it's also a testament to those freshmen. Justin Hill's a great example of that.
It seems like LT came like a fingernail away from like 5 sacks last season. He's gotten the pressure, hasn't gotten.
Did y'all hear it? My bad, coach. My bad. Somebody said my boy Jack said Dijon Lee might be special. No, he is going to be. Listen, you don't get 6'4", 205, I believe, right now. What's Dijon's weight? You don't get 6'4", 200. True freshman. 8 weeks on campus, 9 weeks maybe, right? Maybe not even that long. 7, 8 weeks on campus. Didn't really need the frame or the pack on weight. But then he's a 4'4'9", 4'4'8", 4'4'9" kid, right? 40. You see his range, you see his speed, right? You see his physicality. He comes from a system that just, they spit out quality defensive, high IQ guys, right? In Mission Viejo, right? So I'm not surprised that he's getting the attention that he's getting. I mean, guys like him, Xavier Brown, I won't be surprised when Chuck McDonald gets on campus. And they start talking about, how he's picking up things, because modern day is one of those systems. Abdul Sanders, I'm not surprised that he's getting high praise. Like, those guys come from quality systems. Same thing with Justin Hill. Prep type is, these schools at the high school level are so advanced now. The prep programs are prep programs. They really prep guys. That's why Tyler Booker was able to come in as a true freshman and begin to assert himself, coming from IMG. Look at the IMG brotherhood. Everything that's come from IMG to Alabama, barring injuries, has had success, learning even Coach Saban's systems and philosophies. So let's go to, I want to go to Tim Keenan's interview, guys. Y'all know I love my little brother, Tim Keenan, nephew. You know what I'm saying? We got to go to his interview today. Who had the quality Tim Keenan interview? I think Bama Online had it, or it might have been Bama Central. Let me see. Bama Central had 2 good ones today. They had some good clips from interviews today. And let me go to Bama Central. Shout out Bama Central. As a matter of fact, I think Brody. Did Brody send me something? Brody got some clips. We're going to get Brody on the phone tonight. We got a nice little, going to try to get a 2-hour show in tonight, y'all. The phone line will be open here in about 15 minutes, man. I'm going to be starting it off with a phone call out out call. I said a phone call, out call to one of our new team members on the team. And yeah. Y'all gonna be able to hear from him tonight. Here we go. All right, there we go. We got that one up. Tim Keenan. Hey, tough loss to Florida last night, man. That one bothers me because I y'all know I love Coach Curry, but we had some momentum with that second group. We had some momentum when it was Sarah with Cristobal. It was Sarah Cristobal, Lester, Eris. We had Eris Lester on the floor. We had Diana Collins and Carly Weathers. That energy, 5 right there. That's when we brought it within 1, and she brought the offensive, the skill, offensive, her scores. She brought them back in, and they kind of weren't making the defensive stops and capitalizing on them like we needed. I'm gonna get into that conversation. Y'all know I love my women's basketball team, but I may get beat up for this one tonight. I got a little issue. I got a little issue, and I might get a little lashings for it, but I'm gonna take them. I got a soft spot in my heart for my ladies basketball, but last night we got to be accountable. I'm gonna be accountable because there was something I would live. McGill, true freshman. I knew she was good. Baby girl showed up. We're gonna talk about it. Tim Keenan, let's talk about it.
Hey, let me let you in on a secret.
Nah, I don't want to know a secret, bro. He trying to get us caught up. I don't want no blue chew. No, the devil is a lie. Blue chew. I don't need no blue chew. Got that Jesus chew. Here we go. Tim Keenan chat. Let's go. Y'all be letting me act up. And this is why people they're not gonna ever believe us when we post stuff about news and stuff. They never gonna believe because y'all be letting me act up.
Taste of that leave in your mouth the way that last season ended.
Well, I mean, of course, going 9-4, that's not the standard here in University of Alabama. Growing up, I always seen the dominant team.
What number is who wearing?
Of course, you always have like bounce back years or years where it seemed like you're rebuilding, but that was not the standard. And it's been a continuous work day in and day out.
Don't get me started on that. Jack, please don't get me started on it. I'm gonna save it for the phone call segment. I'm gonna let you call in. We're gonna run Tim Keenan, and then we're gonna open the phone lines just to get some thoughts on all the news and things you've been hearing. Well, I'm gonna get my my final digest from this week, all the reports, everything I've been hearing, and then I'm gonna open the phone lines. It's gonna take 5 minutes. All right, let's get Tim Keenan down to get Tim Keenan on.
What was that process like for you deciding whether to come back or go to draft?
Really, I put my trust in God. And I believe in the guys here, believe in the coaches here. I believe in the system. I really believe in the University of Alabama. And then when I told myself and I told Coach Saban and whoever when I came to the University of Alabama, I'm gonna lead with a championship.
I'll ask you a couple questions about
that boy say he leaving with a championship.
When you got to dig in on your own 1 yard.
That's a clip. Tim Keenan said he leaving with a championship. Kalen DeBoer in year 2 at Washington was playing in the national championship. I'm starting to get that feeling. Like last year, I was hype about our team. I knew Natty was a reach, and I believe we could. I think we had the talent to get there. I think we had the system. I think we had everything that we needed to be a national championship contending team. But this year, I was there today, y'all.
Hard line, especially for a lineman.
I mean, they can't cross that line. I got to get across that line first. I got to make sure I go cause as much disruption and destruction to the opponents as I can.
I know it's pretty much a one-gap scheme on defense, but down on the goal line, especially a bigger guy like you, are you two-gapping?
I'm trying to run through your face. Call it zero.
Man, listen, this has got to stop. And I know OG, much respect, man. But we have to, we really gotta. Let's turn the page in every phase of Alabama football. Team reporter and media coverage too. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're behind. We're behind. Media coverage wise, Alabama is so far behind. Content around the team, we're so far behind. Last year was such a boom to everybody in the Bama fan base. We didn't know how to handle it. We had so much Bama drama back and forth because of content creation around football and viewpoints and opinions. I was part of it. And now that year 2 is coming in, I'm literally doing the same thing, same reporting. We're talking football. We're giving opinions, stating facts. We're a little bit closer. We've built a better relationship, got a better understanding of how the industry works. And I see some people trying to redo the same crap from Saban era, and it's not going. So let's turn the page. Some quality young guys out there that really ask questions. Brody Smook's one of them. Brody Smook is one of them. My guy Skyler, he's another one. Nick Kelly Nick Kelly is goated, man. I rock with Nick Kelly. I like his edits and everything on Twitter. It's a couple more, man. You know, my brother Kenny being there. I miss Stephen A being there. Stephen M. I said Stephen A. I miss Stephen M being on scene, man. I miss that. I just, it felt good seeing everybody today too. Shout out to all the team reporters for Bama football. Even OG. Love you, man.
Real gap, but I'm just really
horrible question. That is what I'm saying in the nicest way.
As a quarterback.
Into the Missouri game last year, I don't think you were on the field. The twos were on the field, but y'all got that goal line stop. I think they had a
he's going
from like the 2, and y'all got the shutout.
It's spring football, man.
Bring home the goal line stand like that.
It was
spring football, bro. Alabama just added some defensive linemen from this recruiting class. What do you think of the freshmen? Let's start there. Who do you see emerging as a quality asset to provide you relief? On a year 2 of this scheme, what's your do you feel your experience is going to play a huge part of your production this season? Coach Womack mentioned a new mantra. What does it mean to you? A new mantra, yeah. Mbappe, the Black Panther. Oh yeah. I guarantee you that gets a laugh out of him. You get what I'm saying? Like, these are things, and these are guys that know who's going to be available, right? So you can prepare. That's what I'm saying. This is.
It was amazing, especially to always get that shutout.
And Tim is a nice. All of these young men are media training. A lot. Majority of the team is going to be squared away. They're gonna be squared away. They're not gonna put nobody to shame. But I'm a content creator, right? I'm a media personality. That's what I am, right? That's what I do. I'm a media personality. I can speak on it. This is not quality, man. This is not what we want to know. We would you started off good with the decision to come back, right? Like, we're in spring ball. This man's eyes is puffy from allergies. Because, slight pollen and the shifting weather and stuff. He don't want to be thinking about Missouri game from a 9-4 season.
Tim,
what is his off-season regimen consisted of to prepare himself to be a leader and to physically be prepared for this upcoming spring camp? What steps are you taking to truly be what's your steps in assuming a more of a leadership role on this team, deciding to come back for what? This is 4th year? 5th year? What he came back for? His 4th year, right, Keenan? Or this is 5th year? I can't remember. We could do that.
personal approach to this spring?
To
There she go.
be the best leader that I can be and put my best foot forward to help my guys and help this program be successful.
That girl, I think that was Emily. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was Emily.
I think when people mention leadership,
And we having issues with our connection right now going through the internet, man.
try to vocalize that. How do you try to take a step forward from last year?
Well, I make sure I lean on God and make sure He order my steps. Well, I make sure I order my steps in His Word, so I make everyone has some good knowledge and good foundation to lean on and good guidance.
Who have you been most impressed with on the defensive line so far?
Really, Edric Hill, Jordan Renard, all those guys. You know, LT Overton, he all are just a monster. Those guys been making incredible jumps, and you know, we just got Steve and Jeremiah Beeman. He's coming along too. But man, Edric Hill, he's been making a magnificent impact this spring, and I can't wait to see what he keeps doing.
Kane just mentioned that he.
I love it. Right? And you know what? You know what, Jordan? It's a good question for the spring. That's what I'm saying. Like it's certain things. It's like a certain peak you're gonna reach in the spring. It's only so much you're gonna get from 3 days, right? So with your first introduction to these players coming back, we've been introduced to Tim Keenan from last season. These are experienced reporters. That's why I love to hear the younger voices starting to come out and be more aggressive in these interviews, these pressers. I love it. I love it. Speak up. Speak out. What's her name? Emily? Is it Emily Connor or something like that? I forget who she reports for, but man, speak up. She was in the parking lot earlier and just, I think she was getting like one of her reports in there, and her energy, man. We need more. We need more. I love it. I love it, man. Quality.
Yeah, Keon, he's been making great jumps too. He's in this playbook. You can see him out on the field making calls, making like checks and stuff like that. He looks comfortable out there, so I'm excited to see things for him too.
Kelby Collins coming in as well, just kind of working at those spots. What are you trying to tell him?
Well, Kelby coming in is good. He's adjusting to the system fast. He's getting the hang of things, especially the concepts, helping with checks and whatnot. But you know, it's still learning and things like that. But Kelby's gonna be fine.
From your
I'm telling y'all, Kelby Collins, Ellis Green, Dre Washington, those are going to be quality portal pieces that we picked up. One more question, and then we're going to get to the phone line. We're going to get to our digest phone line.
There's a bunch of competition. We trying to get each other better. Like I'm trying to take it to you. Like I'm making sure they ain't trying to put me in the dirt, and I'm trying to make sure I put them in the dirt. So, but it's all love at the end of the day.
On that leadership aspect, what is
Kenny?
the biggest piece of advice to somebody like Steve or Jordan, somebody who's in the first or second spring practice?
Just suffer the pain of discipline, so you don't suffer the pain of disappointment. Like at first, it's gonna be rough because you get molded, you learning new things, so it's gonna be a little challenging. But after a while, like it's gonna come fine tune. For me, I wasn't this great player when I first came in. It took me 2 years, so however long it takes, however long you put in the work, it'll come to fruition.
Is it a goal for you to get?
Y'all, I'm ending on that. Kenny, bro, you see, when you ask a quality question, you get a quality answer. Literally, that opened up Tim Keenan. Like, Emily, I think that's her name. She got a quality answer. She followed up with another quality question. I forget who the young man was that asked. But then that question right there, that's the end of the interview. We good now. You got enough time to bring another player on now because that's quality. You can write off of that. He said a lot in that one statement. Shout out to Kennington Lloyd Smith. Skinny Kenny on Twitter, man. Shout out to the 85 in the chat right now. We got 22 in here on YouTube, got 62 on Twitter, and got one still lurking on Facebook. Facebook, give me a reaction. Why are you watching and lurking? Give me a reaction. Let me see who it is so I can show you some love. And if you are new to the channel, you're just coming in, tapping in, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tonight's topic should be scrolling at the bottom of the screen. We're actually kind of digesting this week of spring practice and some of the hot storylines that that people kind of touched on but aren't really talking about. Everybody's heard about Latsier Brooks, his explosiveness and things of that nature. But there are some unsung things being done, by by some other guys that I don't think we're talking enough about, and that's one, Daniel Hill. Daniel Hill, I mean, you look at, we always have bragged about his size, you know, being a college ready running back, you know, as a true freshman last year. His willingness to be right, you know, or to be coached into being right is going to get him on the field a lot this season. I see him being probably our change of pace back in this room. You know, not small like you want to change of pace back to be, but we saw what Richard Young did in this run scheme. One of the bigger backs with speed. Daniel Hill has some speed, you know, getting to that 20.8, 21 range as far as top end speed. That's something to be looking out for when you got guys like Richard Young in front of him who can get us burst. He can really get scatty on you. You know what I'm saying? Jam Miller can get twitchy. He can get out and get some burners, get scoop boogie on you. You know what I'm saying? So, and Dre Washington is more of your power, not slow. He's not slow by any means, but he's not going to pull away from anybody. But he's more of your ramming type back, and we're going to see this running back room really thrive this year. Dre's coming in, you know, the shorter of the backs, but more stocky in that bowling pin type back. And I can't wait to see, you know, the swing routes out the backfield for him. You know, the screens. You know, this offense is about to really thrive, man. I can't wait. Year 2. We had a question, a topic that we're going to open the phone lines up and talk about the quarterback situation. I've been hearing a lot of consistent reviews about the quarterback situation and how guys are performing. You know, there's some consistency and then there's some inconsistencies. And the inconsistencies are the ones that I kind of try to dive into and really get some real answers for. And I got some feedback. For the quarterback look. And hopefully y'all can rock with me with it. Because I'm gonna give it straight up. I'm gonna give you the straight up. I'm gonna give you the real. Oh, Kevin Riley, another under the radar guy that's really been popping in the running back room. I don't know where Kevin Riley fits as far as this rotation, but and I'm not saying that because he's not, you know, a great running back. I think Kevin Riley probably will be, production wise, when it's his time, if he sticks around for that 3rd, 4th year, he will be the guy that kind of hands it off to AK Deer. That's what I believe. I think Kevin Riley might have a TJ Yeldon type career where he kind of plays 1B, 2 role for 2 years, and then the 3rd year he actually gets an opportunity to be 1A, and he's in a room where the balance is there to where he has a lot of tread. Guys like Justice Haynes need 20 plus carries a game. Guys like Jam Miller, 15 carries, you know, or just 15 touches. You're going to see his type of production. Same with AK Deer, same with Daniel Hill, same with Richard Young. I mean, Richard Young, 12 carries. Richard Young could give you production like a guy that getting 24, 26 carries. Just his running style does that to you. So, running back room looking great with Kevin Riley and Daniel Hill really starting to emerge and show that growth. Walking into the 2nd year of their first college system. You know, it's kind of not as much of a hill to get over for them being young guys coming into their first college system and this being it. So they're really showcasing that they're retaining. As we all know, Danny Lewis Jr. is not participating. Isaiah Horton, faster than I thought. I must repent. I have to recant my thoughts on his speed, being able to stretch the defense at 6'4", 210 pounds. I dare not I say, and I'm not going to say 4'3" Calvin Ridley, but game speed, type movement, speed with a lot more twitch and a little bit more swag as far as route running. More of a route technician, learning, you know, different depth concepts in this scheme. You know, a student of the game. You know, bothers Jeremy Bernard, bothers Coach Shepard. I mean, just is wants to know things so he can be on the field. He feels like he can be an immediate impact. Usually guys that transfer and wear number 1 are expected to be an impact, right? You know, a little juju kind of philosophy there, but then realistically speaking, he fits the mold of the Roma Doomsday from 2 years ago at Washington, right? Same build, same skill sets, can go up and going to win 8 out of the 10, 50 balls you give them. 10 out of 10 if you put it on the outside, right? So I think that's a great pickup for us. Him picking things up really good, really quickly is huge for Alabama in that receiving core with the quarterback competition we have going on. Guys just need to be ready to catch the ball, no matter who the quarterback is. We're going to see a quality competition, 3-deep competition going through this spring, and having guys ready to catch the ball is going to help in the evaluation process of these quarterbacks, right? Not just for the wide receivers. Catching the ball is not just for the wide receivers, for the quarterbacks too. For the quarterbacks too. Cole Adams whipping back into shape, black jersey, right? Good to see him healthy. Rico Scott, I told y'all last year we saw him start to come on late and make a real rotational push. We started seeing him get reps around. I want to say it was the week after Mercer. So, I mean, he had I think he had 4 snaps during the Iron Bowl, I believe, right? Oklahoma game, he had a few snaps too. So, you started seeing Michigan game. He played a lot of reps with all the transfers that hit the portal. Rico Scott, if you look at the rotation and how guys are lining up, he's always number 4 in the line, in front of Mbakwe. Someone, it's been real quiet on Mbakwe, and I think there's a huge learning curve that he's going to have to overcome. But I think Mbakwe this year comes in as a wide receiver, but his specialty is going to be special teams. Punt return, kick return, 4th receiver, 5th receiver in the rotation, jet sweep action, double pass, trick play, those type of things for Mbakwe. I could see that happening. Bubba Hampton, we all know, coming back from an injury. Derek Meadows, man, coming along nicely. Trying to fill out that frame. The 6'5", 200 pound. I don't think he's done growing. I think Derek Meadows might end up being like 6'6", 6'7". His arms are extra long, y'all. Like 6'8" wingspan, 6'7", 6'8" wingspan, and he's a leaper. Like he can go up and get the ball. Not a speed demon. Might be a hybrid Y type option, meaning a tight end that a hybrid slot, big slot for Alabama as he continues to progress and develop. I love his hands. I love his hands, strong hands, wide catch radius. Love what I've been hearing from him as far as his development. Y'all know Coach Shep not gonna give nobody no credit. If he's talking bad about a player, I'm inclined to believe that player is actually showing out. That's what I'm inclined to believe. Bubba's hurt, man. He got hurt right before the Michigan game, the bowl game. So they're holding him out, limiting him in practice. I thought I saw him in ones though, number 21. I thought I saw him in some ones clips. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go back and check and get some confirmation. But yeah. And even he beefed up a little bit. He's solid 190. I think we got like maybe 2 or 3 Waddle-like receivers in the wide receiver room right now. In Mbakwe, with his shiftiness, speed, breakaway ability, not many people going to catch Mbakwe one-on-one. Bubba Hampton, that was what we were raving to see, and he showed glimpses of it in the spring game last year. And then the true freshman, Lashier Brooks. If you guys weren't like last year when everybody was joking on me when we was on the other channel, and I was like, this 3-star he's 5-star talent. He is going to see the field. Brian Williams proved me wrong last year by coming and getting it. He maybe didn't necessarily come out first snap or whatever, but he was in on the first drive. He played a lot of snaps, scored 2 touchdowns his first collegiate game. I think Lashier Brooks might have the same type of impact when he gets some real rotational reps, and that might be week 1 against Florida State. A team that their secondary is going to be like, they're trying to fit some guys in. They got a lot of pieces that they're trying to fit in and get some chemistry. I don't think Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer are going to be gun shy week 1. And I think we play them at home, right? We're going to Florida. I don't think they're going to be gun shy in Tallahassee. So, wide receiver room shaping up. Y'all let me get into these long-winded talks. Let me open the phone lines up, man. Let me open the phone lines up. 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. No, you know what? Do not call in. It is not open. I lied. I'm about to make a phone call. Let me set a banner up real quick. I gotta make a few banners real quick, chat. Hold on. All right. Call and show banner. And all right. All right, let's get it. All right, I'm about to test something out, guys, so don't laugh. About to test something out, y'all. Don't laugh. Please don't laugh. Please don't laugh. Please don't laugh. We about to get somebody in the on the line. And y'all know him. He's usually in the chat doing his thing, being an intricate part of this team. So I'm gonna go ahead and make it happen. Can y'all hear that?
Yo.
Yo, BT, is that you, bro?
Yes, sir. Put me in the game, coach.
Oh, Snapchat. Let me know if y'all can hear my guy BT on the freaking line. Let me know if y'all can hear him, y'all. Please
Yes,
tell me y'all
sir.
can hear him. Please tell me y'all can hear him. Because if y'all can hear him, this is like, I just broke the code. Like, I just cracked the code. And I'm really about to shut the game down with the call-in show. Chat, come on, give me some responses. Can y'all hear BT? BT,
Roll Tide, everybody. Roll Tide, man.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me? Let me know.
Oh, they gotta hear you. Nah, I can hear you in my headphones. I got it riding through. Chat, tell me y'all hear him. Come on, chat. Everybody win. We got 21 in the chat. Everybody chilling. Oh, they got him. They got it. They got you. There go Jordan. All right, chat. We got BT on the line. BT, welcome to the show, man. Introduce yourself and kind of tell everybody what you're going to be doing here on the Coach Smook Network, man.
Oh, man. What's up, everybody? Roll Tide, man. It's your boy BT. Man, for basically what I'm going to be doing for the network is, talking about recruiting the 2025 class and 2026 class and, just breaking it down and giving y'all quality information.
Awesome. And then for you all that don't know, BT has been doing Bama content way before he came over to the Coach Smook Network. Kind of was low key with it. We crossed paths last year.
At the Georgia game, bro.
We crossed paths. No, I'm talking about like it through social media. We crossed paths
Facts.
and then we met. Like we crossed paths in person at the Georgia game, and yeah, I was. I don't think I was lit at that point. I don't think I was lit, but I told him I wanted to talk to him after meeting him in person, and he pulled up to the show a couple of times, and I just kind of started just kind of seeing the conversation he was having in the chat. Had a conversation with him, and he told me what his aspiration was with his own brand and what he wanted to do, and I felt like that would be something that he can project here for not just for my network, but for the community, the Bama fan base. So we're going to dive into the conversation about our 2025 class, about some of the reports, just dialogue, man. You ready to get into it, BT?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right, man. So first off, man, you kind of heard me talking about Latsierre Brooks already. That was my wide receivers, but a side of the ball that you love, the defensive side, I kind of wanted you to really just come in and just talk on this linebacker group, man. I've been getting quality reports talking about the likes of Luke Metz, Duke Johnson. We just heard Coach Womack speak on Justin Hill and his maturity. Abdul Sanders is another linebacker in this class. The linebacker class, the 2025 linebacker class, just coming in and with a lot of guys out, they have a lot of opportunity. Give me your breakdown of, each guy in whatever order you want to, and just kind of highlight what you think they're going to do to kind of present an opportunity for themselves to create value for themselves on the field this year.
Man, I think when you listen to Kane Womack talk, is like his personality speaks, and you see that in his players that he coaches. He really knows how to get the most out of those guys. And, you know, I'm a firm believer that you take on the personality of your coach as a player. And these guys, man, they got that same fire in them, these young guys like Luke Metz, man. When I think of Luke Metz, I just think of a guy that can play any position. Like, he could probably hoop and all that type of stuff. Just a versatile guy.
Absolutely right. And that was one of the first things when, you know, my first interview with Luke, it was just, you know, just the athleticism, you know, listed as a linebacker, but we saw multiple snaps in that junior highlight film where he was out there basically playing nickel corner and locking guys down. And then that the camp series from last year, Rivals camp, that kind of earned him that 4-star validation. You know, I think people were looking at his size, thinking that he was undersized, but you look at him now, he's the perfect size fit to be that hybrid Will inside Mike linebacker that you want in this scheme.
Yeah, man, just quality guy to have it. I mean, it's a guy that you want on your team if you got him. I mean, I know they say young guys don't really play, but I mean, these freshmen, they're here to make an impact, and it's going to show, especially when we get down to it. I know they're just getting their feet wet now, but once they get into the system and start to develop, that's when this talent is really going to showcase itself.
Right. What's your thoughts on Justin Hill, man? Someone that, you know, in the clips, man, he's a lot bigger than what, you know, the I guess you could say the visit clips and pics, you know, he's a lot bigger than what those presented. And even on his highlight film, I'm looking at his size. He looks edge, true bandit size ready today. And we have him in that wolf room. So, you know, give me your thoughts on him, man. Break him down for us.
Man, my first time seeing Justin Hill, I didn't even know who he was, right? He had like a viral clip, and he had put a dude on his ass, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, who is this guy? It turns out it was Justin Hill, man. And just for a physical guy, he got that nice size to him, you know, like a CJ Mosley type of size to him. And it's just a physical guy, and smart too. And his football IQ is very high. And when you match that with the strength and then the go get it mentality, man, you got an awesome player like Justin Hill.
100%, man. You said CJ Mosley. I looked at Justin Hill. You know, I remember when Mac Wilson. When Mac Wilson came, he was a little bit more undersized, and I know he more of an inside linebacker build, but that range athleticism that you've seen from Mac Wilson, I see that because he's not lightning fast, but you're not going to get around him. You get what I'm saying? 9 out of 10 quarterbacks in the country, you know, that he line up against, he's going to be able to track him down, and he can seal the edge. And he's not the largest of frames. He just plays with a different type of intensity. So having him in that linebacker room is going to be quality. Now, two guys that I feel like, you know, not necessarily developmental pieces, but if they can pack on some weight and really get thrown into go do this situation, do this assignment situations, AJ Sanders, Abdul Sanders, and Duke Johnson. Give me your thoughts, man.
Man, Duke Johnson, man. I remember I got a story about all these guys. It seemed like just like seeing them on social media. I remember he was on a visit to Florida State, and like we all knew he was coming to Bama. I mean, like Keelan said, you know, Bama call, you answer the phone. Man.
Right.
We knew he was coming to Bama, but he told them. Basically, they kept asking him questions. He just basically was telling them, "I'm going to Bama," you know. But physical guy, man. When you look at the type of players that they have been recruiting, it's guys that can play multiple positions. So they like that versatility in the room, and it's gonna pop.
100%, 100%. So that covers the linebackers. And just to stay on the defensive side, Dijon Lee getting a lot of hype, but there's somebody else in that class, this 2025 class, that you're truly excited about. That's, physicality wise, had it, and that's Ivan Taylor. Talk to us about Ivan Taylor, man, and what you feel is going to be like his moment this year. I know you're very high on him and feel like he can really crack into that rotation this year.
Oh yeah, man. These guys, they so smart now that they're just immediately ready to get out there on the field. And his opportunity to probably come. I don't want to say due to an injury, but hopefully we don't get injured. But I think eventually, when you start getting to that late in the season and you need that depth, that's a quality piece to have right there.
100%. And I'm with you on that. I don't think there's enough questions in front of him to even consider, jumping him right, throwing him in the fire, which is awesome. You got guys like him and Dijon Lee who doesn't you don't have to throw him in the fire. But if push come to shove and you need 3 or 4 reps to talk to your starters, right? You put them out there, put them in safe situations, and they have the ability to make plays. They're that smart. So when you have that type of talent in the secondary, and then you got veteran guys like Deshaun Jones in front of him, that's, Deshaun Jones is a team guy. He could have easily hit the portal and went somewhere and got a for sure starting job, but he developed nicely in this scheme. There were opportunities presented last year. He did not show up and step up like he wanted to, and that's what caused him to come back and compete. So creating value like that, and then bringing these guys along, it wasn't like he was a dumb asset to the secondary. He just learning the new system, getting over anxious, wanting to prove himself. It happened. So I like what this secondary group looks like with guys on campus right now, and Dijon Lee and Ivan Taylor. Let's go to the D line. Not necessarily a freshman, coming in from JUCO, Steve Bolo and Boomer, right? The JUCO guy comes in, signee comes in, and immediately just starts to wow people from fourth quarter workouts up till, just going through drills and practice. He has a different type of work ethic that is kind of igniting a fire in that whole D-line room. Give me your thoughts on Steve Bolo and Boomer.
Quality depth piece, somebody that's going to push the room to get better because, he's on their ass. He putting in their work. It's like you said, showing in the fourth quarter program, showing in the drills that they running. Just a quality piece to have just to push the room. Not necessarily, he might not be a star, but somebody that's going to make an impact, if you understand what I'm saying. Not necessarily the go-to guy, but somebody that's going to really, push the needle, make things the way they should be along their front. And you heard Kane Wami say that what did he say from Black Panther? Hold fast the line.
Yeah, hold fast the line.
Right.
Somebody get me the doggone word, spell it out, because I'm gonna get, bro. I promise you, what I'm on. You already know what I'm on, BT.
Hey, I'm telling you, he wanted you wanted to say Wakanda forever, man.
Hey, wasn't it? What? It took us the whole, Wakanda church and everything. But shout out to the Big 20 in the chat. If you're just tapping in, we got BT Sports of the Coach Smook Network on the line. My brother, man, tapping in with us, giving us his breakdown of the 2025 class, the early enrollee freshmen who are kind of, creating some buzz around their work ethic and their, performance over the past 2 weeks. Fourth quarter program, 3 weeks now. Fourth quarter program was 2 weeks long, and then you came into this week with spring. So about 3 weeks of actual closely evaluated team workouts outside of what they were doing on their own. You heard some of the players speaking in interviews about getting together on the weekends and putting in work on film and different workouts, throwing routes. So we're talking about the 2025 class, and as far as the outside of the reports, getting breakdowns from BT, he's been doing this thing in recruiting that's following Bama recruits. It's not He's not one of the guys that you're going to say, all right, this guy might get picked up by Bama. But when Bama picks up a recruit, he produces quality breakdowns, and that's the quality type of content we want to produce here. So we're still here. We just got done talking about Stephen Boomer. Not a 2025 guy, but a 24 guy that I think is another quality depth piece that you know that can be labeled a quality depth piece, and that's none other than not Edric Hill, but Asaya Fager. Another stocky interior piece, nose tackle, nose guard, whatever you want to call the position, zero technique, crash, work with an engine, workhorse. I'm hearing that he's developing just to kind of add to that label you put on Boom. And I'm not saying label in a negative fashion, chat. So let's not allow this clip to get out and people be like, oh, they labeling. No, we're kind of just grouping these guys because you want to have multiple, you want to have a versatility of defensive linemen. You want to have guys that you could put in a zero technique and just mess stuff up. You want to put a guy in there that can get slippery, and finesse. You want a guy that can bull and create pressure from the interior. Like having those three assets at your interior, just at the nose tackle or nose guard position, is good for Alabama. Knowing that we want to rotate 9 guys at that position in this defense, I think we're in good position, BT. What you think?
Yeah, I think so too, man, especially if you want to play a long season, 12, 13, 14, 15 games, however it is to win a championship. You want these guys to develop now, man. That's the importance of spring football, man. These guys are having the opportunity to get better. I've been seeing some of the clips, and man, they look intense, man. It just looked like a different level of intensity that they're coming with this year.
100%, man, 100%. And so now let's kind of dive into this conversation. And this is the hot topic of the year. We touched on I touched on Lacier Brooks. We kind of dove into Derek Meadows. We're gonna have a couple of these clips coming out, y'all, about these recruits in VOD form. So be on the lookout with BT's voiceover and all of that. Excuse me, y'all. Got hiccups. I ain't ate for real all day. I told y'all my car broke down. Pray for you, boy, man. Devil was trying me. I was out on my way back from one of the better days that we've had on the network in a good about 2 weeks, right? Some hot news and things. And that's how he try you, but you gotta respond the right way.
And stay strong.
And stay strong and keep pushing. That's why we want to get here and produce this content for y'all. Give our digest from everything that we were able to experience today. But on the offensive side, man, we're happy about AK Deer in that running back room. Know that he's got a ways to come. A lot of people trying to read into Coach Grubb's assessment that the comment got a ways to go. I look at the expression on the face and I say, okay, this gonna be like a Najee Harris type situation with AK Deer. I can feel it because he's ready. Yeah. There's no question that he's ready. What's your thoughts on AK Deer, man?
Man, AK Deer, bro, like he ready. If it's any question on whether he ready to go, trust me, he's ready. Just that size, that physicality, and that speed, man. It's just you got that big old bowling ball running downhill at you. You don't want to get in front of him.
Hold on, man. I'm about to do something. Hold on. I'm about to do something crazy. I'm about to try something.
Smook cooking it up over there.
I'm about to try something crazy, y'all. I'm about to try something crazy. I'm about to try something crazy, y'all. Don't hate me. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful, okay? Don't hate us because we beautiful. Nah, not that, Jordan. See, Jordan was here for late night Coach Smook Network last night. I think we done traumatized my little brother, man.
I was tuned in. My son was watching it.
Hey, was that not funny, chat? If you was in last night when we was trying to be Love Doctor, well, we was. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, was that not funny? That's what we need back on the network. And now that we have our direction, we have not been putting about. Okay, I'm gonna make an announcement. It's not necessarily an announcement, but I just want to give a shout out to the University of Alabama Athletics and their their SID, man, assistant Aaron Jordan. Aaron guided me in the perfect direction, got me to talk to the right people so that we can solidify exactly what we want to provide as far as content surrounding the team. And there was a clouded vision of how I was moving because of how I was brought into the industry, being on the other channel as a team reporter, right? And during that time, I was making connections and networking as a media personality. Your Stephen A's, your Shannon Sharps, your Josh Pates, right? That was kind of what I wanted to become. Not necessarily them, but in some form with content creation and a focus around recruiting analysis and Bama football support. That's what I wanted to develop myself in this industry, the first phase of this part of my life or this career. And so talking with him today, I got enlightened on a lot of things, and it makes so much sense how I move and how, in so many words, how we're going to benefit by really just going forward in this fashion that we've, praying and trusting in God and asking him for direction and really walking and stepping into it fully and having a product to present so that when they look at, okay, this is what we need to see. This is what we know you to be, not all the extra drama that people try to drag you in, but this right here, this is. And so I appreciate that in that moment. And even the team reporters that, went out their way to speak to me today, it felt good to feel like the real genuine, camaraderie amongst the Bama community, right? Going into year 2 of spring ball, a lot of territorial feels last year. This year, a lot more light, relaxed, a lot more guided and restricted. Year 2, even on this side of covering Bama football and being a part and supporting the team, is feeling a lot better than last year. So I'm loving it. I'm just loving it. And that's just my testimony. I wanted to share that publicly. Y'all know me, authenticity above all. I have nothing to hide. So shout out to everybody that was in support of, everything that we've been doing and this new format. This format right here, I appreciate y'all for supporting it. And that's why we ask you to like and share. But back to the conversation. Talked about AK Deer. Hot topic. And then we're going to open the phone lines up for the chat. And however long the phone lines are ringing, that's how long we're going to stay on tonight. I got Opus Clips credits, so we're going to be clipping while we live. I'm ready. I'm ready tonight. It's been a while since we've been able to do this. Spring ball is back. We got the vibes. We got the beats in the back. I know y'all feeling it. So,
Smooth.
BT.
Let's talk about the quarterback.
I was ready. I was ready. I got quiet. I literally was like, I'm gonna take a breath because I know he ready. BT, take it away, man. Let's talk about the quarterback, Keelan Russell, man.
Keelan Russell, man, a generational talent, bro. Like, for real. Like, I know people want a freshman to sit and learn, but this ain't a guy that need to sit. Like, if you got this talent on your team, if Keelan Russell is on your team, he more than likely gonna be your starting quarterback. Like, it's just hard to keep that type of talent off the field. Like, we love Ty Simpson, we love Austin Mack, we love our players, man. It's just when it come down to it, Keelan Russell will be ready to go.
And this is the thing. A quarterback, when a experienced offensive coordinator, and we're talking about high school, college, NFL, experience, not and the system that's put out most recently, a number 1 quarterback, right?
Right.
Geno Smith, who just didn't agree to the extension with the Seahawks. If you follow NFL, Geno Smith, they couldn't come to agreement, so he's going to be a free agent. One of your top quarterbacks, I think was he not a Pro Bowl quarterback?
Yeah.
Geno Smith went to the Pro Bowl in an offensive scheme that couldn't run the ball in the NFL, but the passing, Geno Smith, and I told y'all my comparison, my pro comparison, day 1 pro comparison to Keelan Russell when I was doing the evaluation of his film when he first committed. I said Geno Smith like with Jaden Daniels type potential. I remember saying, I said, because Jaden Daniels, I believe, peaked, and his peak in college was NFL caliber, which is why you see his results as a rookie this past season. But back to Keelan Russell, Geno Smith, like with Jaden Daniels, ceiling type growth progression, and not going to take 6 years to do it. People forget Jaden Daniels was in college for 5-6 years, right?
Yeah.
Keelan Russell is that level as a true freshman coming at Alabama. Now you have a safeguard with Ty Simpson being in front of him, a quality safeguard. Not even that, I won't even label Ty Simpson a quality safeguard. You have a starter caliber quarterback in Ty Simpson in front of him.
Yeah, starter caliber quarterback.
But Keelan Russell is better. No disrespect. It's just if you pick a player, if you're outside, right, and we're throwing the ball around playing catch, and we about to pick teams, and I'm looking around. 9 times out, BT, me and you gonna be looking at Keelan Russell first. I mean, anybody in the chat is gonna be looking at Keelan Russell first. They're gonna look at his height.
Height, his arms, like the ability to read the field, like it'll pop. Like that's why I said you got that talent on your team. There's no way you keeping them on the sideline.
I'm telling you right now. So, and just from an evaluation standpoint, to get a little bit more technical, you talked about his ability to read, but to have experience in phases of this offensive scheme, I think his learning curve is going to be to adjust to the speed of the SEC. But you look at the level of football he played at Duncanville in Dallas, Texas, arguably the best quality football you're going to get outside of your tri-league in California, those schools. But
like Mater Dei and stuff.
Yeah, Mater Dei, St. John's Bosco, Mission Viejo. You can go down to Bishop Gorman and see how they stack their schools and their programs. Some of your quality over Thompson, Central, Phoenix City, Vestavia, that quality left. Those type of schools in Alabama.
Right.
Like Texas is full of those from top to bottom. Even your 1A schools, they can come to Alabama and give a 7A school a run. I guarantee you, from the 100 populous school where they play 8-man football in Texas to the 10,000 populous school, they play some football, some quality. So you look at Keelan Russell being able to perform at that level. Look at his teammates. I think there were 6 other D1 signees that he played with. Decorian Moore, the number 1 receiver. I mean, getting used to adjusting to wide receiver speed. He played in the quality 707 circuit with 6 other 5-star, 4-star wide receivers. I don't think it's going to be too hard for him to adjust to the speed of the game. And then you got the quality offensive line in front of him. I think this is set up for Keelan Russell to really take the helm. And if it fails, Ty Simpson is there ready and won't hand it back over.
Right. Yeah, and I think right now, Ty Simpson, if they played today, Ty Simpson would be the starter.
Of course.
It's just how it is. So it's just when it gets down to it, we go through spring, summer, fall, and then we get down to it's time to play games. I believe Keelan will have already separated himself just from. I think it's probably already a little bit of separation. Maybe not much to where you would say that he's definitely going to be the starter, but he's starting to showcase what exactly he can do, and you just can't keep that talent off the field, man.
Hey, so BT, I've had this conversation in some spaces on Twitter. I've had this conversation on other channels. Paul Malone asked a solid question. What happens if it looks like Russell is going to win the job this spring? The other 2 will probably transfer. Then what we're going to do? I'm gonna tell you this right now. There are the 3 quarterbacks in this room. I don't see them leaving. Nobody leaving from this room, regardless of what the spring happens in the spring. This is going to be a system. If by week 3 there isn't a clear-cut starter, there's no dumbing down the play calling. Guys, Ty Simpson has taken full control of this offense up until this point. There's no question about it. The live game action is what usually starts. That's when we start hearing the inconsistencies about Ty Simpson. And and I told y'all, what was my take? Roll the clip. It's going to be for a clip. Sorry. Roll the clip. And then I'm going to go find a clip when I said Ty Simpson is going to have to take the very first live scrimmage, and that's when he's going to have to separate. He created that first level of separation day 1. We heard Ryan Grubb speak on it. But now that first scrimmage, that live scrimmage against the ones, if he allows Keelan Russell to get anywhere from 15 to 20 reps, right, and they look eerily similar, production-wise, second scrimmage 2, Keelan Russell is going to be 1B with reps, and Austin Mack might be 1A, and Ty Simpson might be thrown in the fire to see how he handles having to play with the backups. How he's going to be a leader. Like he's going to open the door for that if he does not run away with it in the first spring scrimmage. That's really what literally how it's going to happen. I think he can though. I think he can. I'm not doubting Ty, bro. I've seen him working out. I've seen some of the clips. I've heard. I've even spoken with some of the staff around there, and Ty's locked in. The live action is going to be the telltale of it. So Paul Malone, I don't think we lose anybody. BT, what you thought?
Man, I don't think Ty would transfer, but man, bro, with the NIL and his talent, bro, it'll be hard to keep him because I'm pretty sure somebody gonna come and get him.
100%. I mean, they'll be in his ear. I'm telling you, Ty. A lot of people don't know this, but Ty is a coach's son. You know, and not just a coach's son, but he wants to coach. Like that's his aspiration. At the end of the day, he wants to be a coach. Being under Ryan Grubb, Kalen DeBoer, Nick Sheridan, that's probably the best setup you're going to get, right? What if you don't want to go to the NFL? What if you want to graduate from Alabama, be a GA for 2 years, get an offensive coordinator job for Scott Cochran or your dad at whatever college, right? Yeah. Or a quarterback coaching job, and then you know Ty Simpson might be the next Tommy Reese. We might be talking about Ty Simpson at 31 being a young offensive coordinator at the collegiate level. All right, y'all. I got a surprise for y'all. BT, I got a surprise for you too. Hold on a second.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach.
Hold on.
You may hang up.
I gotta call BT. I gotta call BT back. I gotta call BT back. My fault. Hold on, y'all. I got a surprise for y'all. Let me get BT back on the line. My fault, BT. Get back in here. BT, you back, brother?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, man. I'm trying to surprise y'all with something. We got y'all. For everybody that doesn't know, we don't have spring coverage next week because the players, UA is on spring break. They started spring break today. Shout out to spring break. I don't get a spring break, right? I will be covering some 7-on-7 content. So next week we'll really be diving into a full week of recruiting coverage. Check about Coach episodes every day live, right? We're going to be live every day doing 5 athletes per live. So my goal, my aspirations is to do 2 lives a day, 5 athletes per live. That way we can chop it up, get the clips out to the athletes with our evaluations, start getting these clip outs for these athletes on Twitter so that the coaches that they can see. And I know a lot of people don't like my delivery, BT, but when I talk to high school coaches that watch our shows when we feature some of their players and we talk football here on the Coach Smook Network, they don't shun me when we talk football. You know, most people not going to give you the time of day, right? Most people not going to give you the time of day. Serious coaches not going to give you the time of day talking to their players if you don't talk football. It's not a good look for them or their players. My boy Ayo Sully 334 says the wide receiver room gonna go stupid this year with either Ty or Keelan at the helm. I'm 100% with that, man. I'm 100%, and I don't think it's going to need to be no crazy numbers for us to say that they going stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking maybe if we can get 3 guys 600-yard receiving, and then have a 800-yarder and 1,100-yarder, that was a good numbers.
Yeah.
Sprinkle a couple of 120s in there.
Oh yeah, spreading it, throwing it all around the field, man. And them guys get some touches.
And Grubb is going to have a tight end with at least 40 plus catches, man. He's done it everywhere he and Kalen DeBoer have gone together. They have a 40 plus reception tight end. Who was the last tight end to do that at Alabama?
You probably got to go back a while.
I mean, OJ Howard, baby.
I gotta say OJ Howard, Irv.
I mean, Irv did it. I don't think he had 40 plus. I know he had 30 something, 21, something like that. He had big catch. Irv he was the big catch man. He didn't have a lot of catches. It's just all his catches were big catches. Kind of like Henry Ruggs. Started his freshman year, 7 catches for 7 touchdowns. Y'all remember that crap? 7 catches for 7 touchdowns, Henry Ruggs. All right, y'all. Oh, tomorrow. Okay, he said tomorrow. I got a surprise for y'all then. Bet. I got a surprise for y'all tomorrow if we go live tomorrow. But I know we got it in the bag. We get a lot of text messages right now. And it is late. I did not know it's 10 o'clock. BT, final thoughts on this whole spring, your approach to it. Give me your feedback, everything you're feeling about this team, brother.
Man, I just been, everything I've been hearing has been positive, and I'm excited. You know, I believe in the guys. I believe in Kalen DeBoer. I believe in whoever gonna be the quarterback. You know, I just believe in the guys, and I think they putting in that work that, you know, their champions put in. So hopefully we hold up that trophy, man.
100%, man. Well, BT, I appreciate you for joining the team, first of all, becoming, you know, one of the first publicly announcing your loyalty and your pledge to being a part of this team, man. And just know you're an asset, bro. I'm not saying this for no clout. You know, we've talked. I ain't got to do it. Yeah, look, I ain't got to do this. You know what it is, bro. And you've been putting in work, bro. You've been putting in work. And this week coming up, people are going to see exactly the quality that you bring to this fan base and this community, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. You know,
For sure, man. For sure, man. Well, you enjoy the rest of the show. The rest of your night, if you about to tuck it in. We got about 25-30 more minutes left on the show. We're gonna talk some basketball and open the phone line, and then that's gonna be the show for tonight.
So I'm locked in with you.
All right, brother.
All
right, chat. So vibes. How'd y'all, did that phone call audio sound clearer than the usual? Let me know. I'm not gonna get y'all the hack yet. I ain't gonna get y'all the hack yet because we got lurkers. What the likes at? We got some numbers in here tonight. 31 in the chat. Can we get 30 likes on the chat? Can we get 30 likes on the stream? Can we please get 30? 30. Good show, Fred. Oh, we ain't done yet, man. We ain't done yet. Phone line is now open. 334-625-1121. 334-625-1121. The phone line is open. Call in, say your name, and put me in the game, Coach Smook, so we can get your thoughts in the airwaves. I don't want no more typing in the chat. If you got something else to say about what's need to be said, about what's being done and said, you need to say it on the phone line. Y'all know who it is.
Call from Zach Willie. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Yo, Zach, what's up, man? You in the gang? Talk to me, man.
What's good, Coach Smook?
Look, 2 times. Is this the second call-in show today?
I don't know.
Did we stream earlier today, y'all? Nah, we couldn't have, because we got up and, well, wait, we did. Chat, I don't know. My brain is fried right now. Zach, what's up, man? You in the game. Talk to me, brother.
Oh, yeah. I heard you talking to BT a while ago. And, I mean, I have to agree with a lot of what BT said, you know, about Keelan Russell and everything. You and him both. I mean, Keelan is just that type of talent that you just can't ignore. If Ty gives him the opportunity, he's going to take the reins and run with it. And but also, do I believe Ty has the capability to run this offense? I do, but it's not. The question ain't if he can do it; it's will he do it? That's the difference. Is he going to be able to overcome those inconsistencies that we have seen him have at his career at Alabama? Is he fully developed to be the quarterback that we believed him to be when we recruited him?
Facts, and I'm kind of glad that the competition. I'm kind of glad that Ty came out and did the first phase of what I said he needed to do. Because a kid with his type of talent, complacency can step in, can set in real quick, and you can have this false mindset that your position isn't up for grabs, or you can't somebody can't come in and take your spot, or a freshman can't do it. And you kind of got the little brother, big brother, little brother thing going with Austin Mack, so there's a mutual respect there. But you got a young alpha in Keelan Russell, who's not going to come in and try to oh, I'm here now, it's my place. But he's coming in to really say, I'm ready right now. And he is, because the skills, the product matches what needs to be, say that he's ready. So as the spring continues to develop, that's a storyline that, people are going to have their opinions. We're going to continue to weigh in based off of what we're getting reported on. And I expect a lot of hype around whichever way it goes. Whether Russell has a tough first spring, right? Which I expect him to. I expect him to really, especially playing behind the second group and the depth of this defense, with a lot of guys going to be playing, a lot of young guys going to be playing 1B, Group 2, Group 3 reps, right? A lot of young guys. So a lot of guys going to be warm, getting after the offensive line as they're figuring out their depth rotation. So it's going to be a good spring to see how he handles that adversity. And I won't be looking necessarily at the numbers, but the quality of mechanics products, how he goes through his reads, how many passes are actually dropped, are they overthrown, actual things where we could weigh in on factors like we did last season with Jalen Miro and Ty Simpson. Who's playing against the first? Who's playing against the first group defense? Who's playing behind the first O line? Who's playing? All of those things matter when evaluating a new group of quarterbacks who don't have as much experience. Give me your thoughts on the defensive side, though. Kane Womack had a lot of positive things to say about the defense, young guys, all of that. Give me your thoughts, man. I know you've been speaking highly on your boy LT Overton. Ja Latham is a linebacker. I was wrong, Zach. They had to correct me. Ja Latham has got moved back to that linebacker position. So talk about it, man.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see where this defense stands. Once the season starts, because we know what we had last year, and with and yes, we have new guys coming in. But with the guys that we got coming back, our defense should be one of the strongest defenses, I believe. And so I'm excited to see what happens, because we'll have some new guys at some new positions, but other than that, really, it's just learning the job. And once they get that down pat, I see the sky is the limit, and I don't really, whether it's Ty or Keelan at quarterback, I don't see this offense slowing down like it did last year under Milroe. And not saying Milroe wasn't capable of keeping the defense on pace with the defense, but is just the decisions he made in key moments that cost us games later on in the season. And but I don't really see those same mistakes happening this year, especially with Ryan Grubb under the helm. You know, him being able to be a play caller, you know, and having Nick Sheridan in his natural coaching position, you know, to where he don't have all the pressure on him like he did last year. So I see high things coming from this offense and defense this year, and just taking that next step to competing and winning a national championship this year.
100%, Zach, man. Good rundown, man. That was slick. A good closeout, man. Because I was literally about to say that's you know, a lot. The defensive woes came because we didn't have offensive production and balance on the other side. A lot of snaps. Kane Womack is a guy that, you know, most of his defenses snap count wise. Nobody ever played over six. You know, never had a defense that averaged over 65 snaps a game. And we were right there at that average, 66, 68 snaps. But yeah, it's gonna be a different look this year. With Ryan Grubb, I think Ryan Grubb coming back to the college ranks is going to be we're going to see the quality of play calling he has at the college level compared to what it could be at the NFL level. But Zach, I appreciate you for calling in, man.
Oh yeah, roll tide, Coach Smook.
Already, man. You enjoy the rest of your night, bro.
All right, you too, man.
Take care, buddy. My boy Zach calling in. Phone line open 334-625-1121. Y'all call in. Let me know your thoughts. Got about 5 more minutes. Call in 334-625-1121. Let me know your thoughts on spring training. We're going to talk a little basketball while we wait for the next phone call to come in. Alabama basketball. Listen, you know the men's team play tomorrow. What time is tip off? Alabama men's basketball. Let me go get it. Let me go get it. Let me go get it. Get it. Go get it. Let me go get it. And the women, we're waiting. While we wait for the men's schedule to come up. Women, that loss against Florida yesterday, like I said, I was going to speak on it. I'm going to speak on it right now. Alabama women's team, Coach Curry, not the staff, because I feel like the first change before Zay Green got her 4th foul, right, which was right after Coach put that group back in and try to get the scoring back. I don't think they provided enough consistent scoring with that starting 5. But when she brought in Collins, Cristobal, because even Essence, Big E was kind of having a hard time down low. They weren't giving her calls. She was getting beat up a lot, you know, going up under the basket. But also, I think she got to be a lot more assertive and a lot more physical. She's strong enough. She has the ball skills. I mean, it was a few times, you know, they didn't even contest her when she popped up to the high post. For y'all that don't know, Yara O'Neal is Shaquille O'Neal's daughter. She played a quality game down low. Her and I forget the other young lady's name, but their bigs played a quality game. I think Deanna Cunningham and Cristobal were a better fit for that type of game. A lot more activity, a lot more tenacity, physicality. Essence could have played a lot better in spurts in that game. Kind of like Coach Curry had to use her last year in spurts. She played heavy minutes, but it was in spurts. So I think they'll rebound from this. It didn't have any effect on their, you know, tournament berth or anything, but we definitely want to clean it up on the turnovers, man. The turnovers, uncharacteristic night from Jay Green from the shooting. And I don't have the stats up in front of me, so don't ask me particulars right now. We'll dive into it, but just overall, that momentum shift when you put the hustle squad in. I love to call them hustle squad. You got Cristobal Azuma, I think that's her name. You got Carly Weathers was in the game at the time. Sarah Ashley Barker, Diana Collins, and Eris Lester. You have 5, you rangy defenders, aggressive offensive players when you allow them, when you give them the green light. Sarah takes you off the dribble, she can pull up if she wants to. Diana Collins is going to attack the rim. Harris, we have yet to see her bag, and I'm telling you, there is one there. Cristobal is going to give you quality rim protection and rebounds. Carly Weathers is your do-it-all. She could take you off the dribble. She could spot up, hit you for a corner three. Like, you had the balance there. I think we could have trusted that lineup for at least a 3-minute stretch, because they brought the game within one. Give your veteran scorers and people that are struggling offensively, get them a chance to rebound and collect themselves. Give them some more coaching, quality coaching, and roll them back out there and watch them, let them finish the game like veterans should. But I think that second group should have had a little bit more chance. You've been putting them in quality, tough spots all season, Coach. Trust them in that moment too. SEC tournament, we gotta have that one. Gotta have that one. But that was just a quick synopsis of the women's game. Men's game from the other night. I don't have many words for it, guys. I just think we underperformed against Florida. Cliff disappeared kind of in the second half. Turnovers is going to be our kryptonite. And then Coach Oates, big game situation, play calling, the inability to keep tempo. I like the new starting lineup, but I don't think you need to stay in it as long. But the inability to push tempo, even after a score, let's push tempo. That's our offense. Half court sets. I don't care what a team does. If they slow the game down offensively. I think possession-wise, 70-80% of our possessions need to be up tempo. Getting in the running sets. We don't need, go down, try, and we need tempo. This team, when Cliff is not really able to clear the boards, and Sherelle, who's been limited as far as time, been given quality minutes, as of late with some of the foul trouble. Grant Nelson may be struggling offensively. That's when you got to go with pace. Those guys work good in transition. They go in transition. Sometimes you can reset in transition and get flowing in your offensive sets because of the reset. And so to me, that's really our only problem. Perimeter defense was solid. Florida hit some tough shots the other night, but this game tomorrow is probably one of the most important games of the season for morale, because I'm not confident enough to say we lose this game, we go into the tournament and make a strong push with all the quality of opponents in the SEC. 1 through 12 is solid. 13 and 14, they might be a little pushover, but even they'll show up and just randomly pop up. So we gotta win tomorrow. And I know it's gonna be a tough game at Auburn. I will be at somebody's. No, actually, matter of fact, my stepson, he got a game tomorrow, so I'll be at the game, but I will be tuned in on the mobile device some type of way. And as soon as that game is over, I'm finding me somewhere, and I'm gonna try to go live, and we're gonna react to it. Hopefully, we'll be able to react to the second half, but we gotta win this game. You know what they're bringing. There's no secret. There's no secret what this game is. There's no breakdowns. There's no matchup. We gave them our best shot last game. They gave us their best shot. We saw what we have to do. Take care of the ball. We got to hit our shots. Got to crash the glass. Got to win the 50-50s. It got to be it got to be high intensity from the tip off. That's what it got to be. So it looks like we don't have, let me see. Did I miss a phone call? Chat? I did not. All right, so chat. With that being said, looks like I'm gonna be able to close this show out. I would like to say that this was possibly like one of the better shows we've had in a week or two, just because we have some actual coverage to do. And I just did a whole dialogue breakdown of basketball with Zach Willie in the game, and he wasn't in the game. So forgive me, chat. We'll edit that out when we do the vibe. But if you're tapping in late and you're catching this post stream, please drop in, drop a like, share the stream, comment, leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from when you tap in. Continue to support the Coach Smook Network. We're growing. We're almost at 2.9K here, March 7th, 2025. A year after just hitting 487 subscribers on this channel, we're at 2.9K. So And taking a hiatus, a 6-month hiatus from doing content on the channel. So really, May will be a full year growth from going from 400 subscriber channel to where we will be in May. So we'll really celebrate then and continue to just push and crush goals. I appreciate y'all support. I'm trying to see if my old let me see if I got this OG. I got the OG beat in here, chat. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't remember that. I don't remember that. Yeah. Well, we got some heat. Got some heat on the channel, man. But once again, thank y'all for tapping in. Hopefully you've all enjoyed our spring coverage and reactions. We'll be tuning in with getting back to you with Alabama spring ball. Not next week, but the following week when they come back from spring break. But in the meantime, we got Bama basketball, NCAA tournament, SEC tournament for the men, NCAA tournament for the women kicking off next week. We also have some recruiting. Check them out, Coach. If you all have recruits, I want to try to help them gain some exposure. I'm not saying I'm a recruiting guru or anything that I'd have made all the connections in the world, but we have seen players get offers from, our show, putting it on this platform. So we want to do evaluations and help share film on different platforms for different universities. So help us out by filling up our Check 'em Out Coach roster. We'll be bringing on another guest tomorrow to kind of highlight some of the guys that we'll be highlighting that are under the radar from the Tri-City area in East Alabama, West Georgia, stretching all the way even into East Georgia, North Georgia. We got a new member on the team that's been doing recruiting coverage for about 3 years now, and now he's joined the Coach Smook Network team, and we're going to be knocking them out the park. So roll tide to everybody in the chat. What time do they play? They play at 1:30 Central Standard Time. 1:30 Central Standard Time is when Alabama and we're gonna have some fun watching that game. I really hope our boys show up with some intensity. What's up, James Love? Roll tide, man. Much love. Appreciate you, Jordan, for the love, man, and supporting as always. Everybody in the chat, man. Y'all continue to support, man. I'm more than grateful for everything that you all are doing. And with that being said, man, don't forget, when you see your boy in the street, holla at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And be blessed, y'all. Be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your night. I love you all. Roll Tide, AAA family, authenticity above all. SOS. Hey, Scoop, I might be on the game. I'll let y'all know. I'm going to let 5 make y'all tap in. Be on Kick, Twitch, do all that good stuff. Love y'all. Blessed.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holla at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.